I've been riding my new old yellow bicycle for almost 2 weeks now, and it's about time that we start doing some tinkering. Nothing major, just the kind of stuff you expect to take care of once you get a feel for how your new bike rides. We're talking pedals, handlebar, and saddle, all the things I mentioned in my previous video, plus one extra thing that I wasn't sure about until now, but it might be the biggest thing, and it might even get divisive reactions in the comments. I'm taking off the front and rear fenders. That's right. So get ready for some easygoing bike mechanic action under the lovely blue spring sky. And if you're not especially interested in seeing a video about two guys turning wrenches, then maybe this video will change your mind. And from this day on, it will be the only thing you're interested in. Bike tinkering is after all the highest form of art. And once you arrive at that logical conclusion, you're in it for life, my friend. Cancel your Netflix, subscribe to Addvurt Bikes. By the way, this is Felix. Doesn't he look different from before? Well, that's because this is a different Felix. That's right, I have two completely separate friends called Felix, who are both tall Swedish guys of the same age, and I ride bikes with both of them. I really don't know how to differentiate them for you, so just roll with it. Heck, maybe I should start calling all my friends Felix and be done with it. Imagine scrolling through the contacts in my phone. Felix, 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 Felix. These old pedals are very small and I didn't like them very much. On top of that, I kept feeling this slight misalignment on the right side, and I thought that maybe the pedal axle is bent. But it might actually be even worse than that. I'll get back to that later. Taking the fenders off is the biggest job of the day. They are connected at multiple points, some of which are awkwardly placed. I have plans to reuse these fenders on another bike, so I don't want to break or lose anything. Just look at how much the black thick slick tires pop now that the fender is off. I think this will be an upgrade, at least in terms of looks, if nothing else. Probably a slight downgrade in ability to keep water from splashing up, but let's not overthink it, okay? The rear one actually requires that we take the wheel off in order to reach this screw, and that means we gotta undo the coaster brake arm thingy. I find it mortally funny how this very flimsy little piece of metal is fully responsible for all the braking capabilities of this bike. Okay, now that we are fully fender free, let's just tension the chain again, and also not forget to reattach the coaster brake arm thingy, not even as a mortally funny joke. Yeah, now that's clean. Look at that. Beautiful. And from this side, with the sunshine, nice. But these old grips have the same tactile sensation as a mini golf club that's been sitting out in the sun on Mallorca since 2002. They have to go. I'm taking these grips from the Scream Anodize. The Scream Anodize will be getting drop bars again soon anyways. This handlebar has a little bit of an angle, but not that much. But I want to keep the angle rising upwards with a slight backwards sweep. So let's make that happen. And now we seal the deal with the black grips. I really like these ones that attach with two small screws, instead of the other type where you just wrap it onto the bar. Those are so difficult to deal with. I have no use for this thing. Bye bye. Okay, let's take the bike down and get to work on the saddle. I need it on more or less flat ground to find the saddle angle. But first, let's just admire it a little bit more. It's shaping up real nice. Depending on your likings, this might be my hottest bike. I still want to lower the stem if possible, but I can't figure out how to open up the black cap to get to the screw. At least not without destroying it. So I'll leave that for another day. Okay, let's see about the saddle now. This looks fairly flat. I always want to go as flat as possible. It's just what I like. If I can't ride no-handed easily, it's not flat enough. Some saddles doesn't have a flat profile on the top though, and then I have to figure out exactly where I sit on it and make sure that that part is flat. My Brooks saddle is like that. but this one was pretty flat in general. Setting up saddles can be tricky sometimes. You gotta hold it in place while also tightening the screw. And in this case we also needed to hold the bolt that the screw goes into in place. If only I had 3 hands. You know what? I think we are ready for a test ride. Saddle angle, new pedals, new grips. It should feel pretty different now. Now, do you remember when I said that the wonkiness of the right side pedal might be worse than I thought? Yeah, the feeling is still there, even with the new pedals. Felix reckons, even before we swap the pedals, that it's probably more likely to be the crankset or the bottom bracket that is out of alignment. And I think he might be right. Just take a look here at the chainring. Or maybe this is a better angle. Do keep in mind that the camera is not actually attached to the bike, it's standing on the ground. And I am rocking the whole bike a little bit when I'm pedaling it, but I'm trying to keep it as still as possible. I think you can see that the chainring sways sideways a little bit on each revolution, right? I'm not sure yet if I need to replace the whole thing or if I can live with it. It's not great, but maybe it's also not that bad, you know? Maybe kinda sketchy to not have a great chainline when it's a coaster brake bike with no handbrakes though. But then again, what is this bike for? Is it my riding fast and furious bike? No. Is it my reliable commuter bike? No. Is it my showing up at the summer function looking like a guy with a yellow bicycle bike? Yes. That's exactly what this bike is. And for that purpose, this will do. So I'm gonna take a rain check on this issue. I'm enjoying the bike for what it is. And what it is very yellow, very silent, and very comfortable. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.